Friday morning, my friends. I'm Pastor Ben Hayes from First Baptist Church, Dadeville, Alabama, bringing you our thought for the day on a fantastic Friday. It's Thursday for me, Friday for you. I'm pre-recording this, but don't forget this Sunday, great day in the Lord, 8:30 and 11 o'clock worship, 9:45 Bible study. We're going to continue our journey into I Love My Church. We're going to be talking about that. Why do you love your church? Let me know why you love your church. Tell me about it. But right now, we're in 1 Corinthians chapter 11, picking up in verse 13. We're getting to the end of this very difficult passage that we've struggled with this week. But as Paul is talking about this relationship between husband and wife, men and women, under the authority of Jesus Christ, who has surrendered himself, submitted himself to the Father. And Paul's been going back and forth here about women, whether they should cover their heads when they pray, men, should they cover their heads when they pray, that kind of thing. And I think this kind of summarizes for us what he's talking about. I really think that this was a problem in the early church because of the pagan culture in which they lived, and they were battling that. They were asking about it, and nobody was really sure whether they should be doing this or that because they didn't want to look like they were part of the pagan worship rituals. So look at what he says. Judge among yourselves. Is it proper for a woman to pray to God with her head uncovered? Does not even nature itself teach you that if a man has long hair, it is a dishonor to him? But if a woman has long hair, it is glory to her, for her hair is given to her for a covering. I mean, here's the perfect picture. I mean, nature itself tells us men's hair not as long as women. Now, I have seen some men who can grow their hair quite long and as longer than many women's hair is today. But the truth is, we understand that. It's just a typical thing, even though we see the images painted of Jesus in his day, and we consider everybody had long hair. But in reality, in the Roman culture of that day, long hair was not a thing for men. They wore it quite short. Not sure how the Jews really did it. It's talked about both ways. But Paul's just making it clear here. It's nature itself tells us the way God created us. Women with long hair, men with short hair. The long hair is a glory to God, given to her for a covering. So if the hair is there for a covering, then she doesn't need to cover her head anymore, right? But look at this next verse. But if anyone seems to be contentious, we have no such custom, nor do the churches of God. So do you see what he's saying here? We're not going to fight this fight. This is not something that we have to deal with. And I think that really helps us to see another principle here. So many times we get caught up in focusing on the little things that we miss the big picture. We look at the technicalities almost. We major on the minors, minor on the majors. What is the most important thing that we are to do as Christians? Number one, give glory and honor to the Father. Number two, share the gospel with the lost. Build the kingdom of heaven. Make disciples as he has made us into disciples. So all this other stuff, it might be fun for some people to debate and to argue about and to figure it out, kind of like the old theologians used to ask the question, how many angels can dance on the head of a pin? Who cares, right? I mean, the important thing is that we're following the truth of the gospel that sets us free from the laws of paganism, sets us free from the laws of Judaism, sets us free to enjoy the liberty that we have in Christ Jesus. Now, overarching principle in all of this, don't do anything that is going to cause a weaker brother or sister to stumble back into their sinful lives, their pagan past. Don't do anything that's going to offend a brother or sister in Christ and cause them not to grow in their understanding of the grace of the Father. That's what it's all about. So Paul says, if eating meat causes a brother to stumble, I'll stop eating meat. You get that? That's the principle. Because we are our brother's keepers. We are responsible for helping others to grow in their understanding of who God is. We're going to stop there today. I want you to be blessed this weekend. Have a great weekend and come to church on Sunday. Hope to see you there.